Town Talker with Reverend Zechariah A. Jackson. Reverend Jackson is founding pastor of the Church of What's Happening Now, located in Plainfield, New Jersey. And now, the Town Talker, Reverend Zechariah Jackson.
Oh, it's good coming to you. You know, it's good coming to you. This is American Reverend Zechariah A. Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now. You know, it is something how people can write a day, but no one want to go back to the past and to know that from the past we exist today. You know, there was many groups that helped us along the way. A lot of people sitting on the other side of the fence wouldn't understand, because you can't understand me because you're not me. You might have helped me, and you might have protested with me, but you're not me. I got to go. I got to lead. You see what I mean? I'm taking those blows. It's easy to say, you know, I understand. Yeah, you understand. But do you feel my real pain when my mother rejected me? My country is my mother. I would die and walk through hell with a gasoline jacket on, leaking to save her. You understand me? But when my own mama, my country say no. Say no. Boy, that's hard. I tell you, there was many groups that helped us. One was the Nation of Islam years ago under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know, I journeyed and walked behind them many years ago. I come out of the Father Divine movement. My family was with the Father Divine years ago. You know, and it was 2002. I was blessed to go down to the compound in Philadelphia, Kazi Hawkins, Pennsylvania, to lay a wreath on Father's grave, Father Divine. A lot of people say, well, why did you lay that wreath? How important was it? Oh, it was very important for me, because when I look back at my ancestors, when there was places that they couldn't go, things they couldn't do, and Father Divine offered those outlets. You see, he gave them something. He gave them a reason of being. You know, I don't go along with a lot of my forebears, my relatives looked at him as God. You understand? He thought Father Divine was actually God. He said he was God incarnate. That's what he said now. That's what he said. He didn't say he was no, he didn't say he was no messenger of God. No. He said he was God incarnate. In fact, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said in I believe it was 65 or 66 or something like that, he came to Newark. I got the old tape. He said, you know, I'm trying to get past as the messenger of God. He said, but Father Divine said he was God incarnate. You understand? He said, I got a terrible time just being his messenger. Where Father Divine said, no, I am God. He sat at people's tables and said he was God. He had a compound also up in right next to Hyde Park, President Roosevelt estate years ago. And from what I understand, him and President Roosevelt was sort of friends. They, you know, dealt with each other every now and then. But when he sat at the table with them, he said, I'm God. You know, and I visit, you know, as I talk to Mother Divine, I said, well, you know, Mother, my belief isn't the same, you know, as my forebears and things, and my grandmother, and, you know, it's a bit different. But I just want to say, I salute Father. You know what I'm saying? She said, well, that's good enough for me. I said, I salute him. And I tell you what Mother Divine said. One white reporter asked her, well, if he is God, then why did he have to come in a black skin? Right? Oh, they asked. So Mother said, well, he came in a black shell to get rid of the white man's superiority, and to get rid of the black man inferiority. That's what she said. You know, so I mean, when you look back, you know, and you see where you're at today, you got to look at the shoulders and stuff that you're standing on. And I think that's where our community done gone wrong. You know, it's like we've gone haywire on many things. You know, people will come to this nation, or people that's here don't want to salute us, give us our just due, and we run amok also, because when you were put under all that we were put under, you know, when harvest time comes, you forget You understand? You forget about, you know, all those days or whatever, so you don't use the hammer no more. You understand? You go to Home Depot with a Mercedes Benz, you understand my point? You don't have a truck no more now. You go there with a Mercedes.
Right.
Why? Because before you didn't have anything and people don't understand that. But see, emotion is one part of it. Then intellect take place. And I think that right now we at that gist of where intellect is going to take place, where we're going to start thinking. I want to go back. I got some stuff on YouTube about the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as we referred to him years ago.
The so-called American Negro have to be completely re-educated. He have to be completely made over again. And the condition that he is now in, he's not.
Okay, that YouTube seemed to be failing me now. I guess it was only 35 seconds that was, so we don't have time to go through the whole gist of the whole thing. But just to give an example of what he was saying years ago, that even back in those days, that we, because of what we were dealt, you know, we wasn't balanced like we should be. We should have been. So, you know, and what he was saying is you got to be re-educated, that there's time to do for self. You know what I'm saying? And I think that everybody embraced that now. You understand?
Yes,
time to do for self.
That's
Because
right.
the American businessman done sold everything out. Don't blame the president now, because everything comes from someplace else. I want to introduce you to Brother Lonnie. And what Maz are you with, Brother Lonnie?
Moss number 80, sir.
Not Maz number 80. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Can I grab that?
Yes, yes.
Squeeze over here.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. And this is really just a prayer or a greeting that we give one another when we see, which means peace be upon you. And in this world that we have so much violence, that's the most appropriate greeting that we should give one another today, which is peace.
Yes.
And the return greeting is wa alaikum salam, which means also peace be unto you. But I just wanted to open up in that prayer. It's more than just a greeting. And I just wanted to say my name is Brother Lonnie Muhammad, student minister here in Plainfield at Mosque number 80 under Minister Louis Farrakhan leadership. You're going to be hearing from some dynamic young youth in a few minutes, but I just wanted to lay the base before they come to the mic. Because in Plainfield, as it is in all the urban areas, you have a lot of mayhem going on, a lot of violence, a lot of negativities with these so-called gangs, or we call them youth organizations. But I just want to really offer a torchlight to the community today in the form of the youth here in Mosque number 80. Because a lot of times we look at the negative things that our young people are doing today, but I think that if we really study the youth, we would look at some of the good that they're doing and realize this is the best generation that God has produced. So teaches the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Minister Louis Farrakhan said in this book, Closing the Gap, which is the interviews of Minister Louis Farrakhan compiled by Brother Jabril Muhammad. It talks about really a number of things that we need to know as people, but it really talks about something that I want to bring to our attention tonight, the youth. He said, when you can find a youth that's willing to live and suffer for the truth and die for the truth, then that's a sign of the kingdom of God that's coming into effect. We have, the Nation of Islam has been around for some 80 years, but a lot of times people look at the Nation of Islam, they think about Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, James Shabazz, different people of the past, but they don't realize that the youth of the day are a different new crop of Muslims, where you had a Malcolm X that had a third-grade education, and even our leader, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, went to college, and he did not complete, he did not get his diploma or graduate, but he really went on to do great things. And let me correct myself, Malcolm had a 9th grade education. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, his teacher, had a 3rd grade education. I want to be correct while I'm on the mic today.
Yes, sir.
But I wanted to say, the point I'm trying to make is that the youth that you have today, most of them are in college, If they're not in college, they have high school diplomas. These youth of the day, that's in March number 80, a lot of them have graduated with honors, with full scholarships at Rutgers.